Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We're starting it off with Dixie on a daily time frame just to see what is going on with markets. Why are we pumping? Well, the reason being is because last night we had about, I think it was like 30 or 40 billion bonds sold by the Treasury, and it was a decent sale. So that's liquidity coming into the markets. And then I think today we are going to have the 30-year at night. I think like 30 or 40 billion come out, as well as Powell and Lagarde talking about central bank policies today. So all of that volatility is going to give a little bit of markup in prices due to people expecting Powell and Lagarde to say, hey, no more raising of interest rates and possible cutting in the future if all their policy targets are in line, while the US is basically distributing bonds to fund the liquidity that they're basically providing the markets. So, I mean, upside is to be expected, but eventually these sales will end, and then the money will eventually, like people like who are already long, will take profits, and you will get a little bit of consolidation. And that is what basically is my opinion on what's going on. As you can see, Dixie is coming into that weekly resistance. Actually, this is the weekly high. This is the yesterday's resistance, and this is the monthly low. So as long as we're above the monthly low, I mean, we're only 10 days into November. We did a quick test, and this drop is why we're getting upside in Bitcoin and ETH. It was delayed. Now that we're rising again at Dixie and Bitcoin, ETH, and all those altcoins are at their highs, you'll see that a little bit of pullback is to be expected because as FOMO retail chases the price on the top, that's how shorts will get filled, as well as people who were long already will be taking their profits logically at this resistance. So even Dixie will go through a little bit of a consolidation at this point so we can see, hey, are we going to actually go test into this resistance that we have from previous high, or are we going to consolidate these lows while grinding out and annoying traders in the process and making a nice little rounding bottom here? Dixie is very, very known of doing these kind of long grinding consolidations. I'm trying to like zoom out so you can see. So it's not like one and done. There's levels, and as we are defending this little order block, Dixie is still bullish. So do not get bearish on Dixie, and I'm still looking for upside to come. As that upside comes, you will see downside on Bitcoin, ETH, and all those other tech stocks that are getting a little bit of a dead cat bounce. We're in the ninth day of upside in markets, and if today we do close green, it will be the longest streak of upside in the US markets since 2004, I believe. So just keep all of those tidbits in mind, right? Now let's go take a quick peek. I am looking for Dixie to eventually grind this out and then get back into 108. And then after 108, all this resistance is going to be liquidity for it to go to the next level of like 112 and so on. That's 112 is where we broke down. So just be aware of that. I'm going to quickly go through Bitcoin on a daily and I'll go through ETH and then we're going to be calling it a day. I just wanted to give you guys some logical views as to what's going on in the market so you're not just feeling the FOMO and jumping in at the highs. Here's Bitcoin. We've officially swept the liquidity of the last high. Now, this is where a lot of traders will be looking for a swing failure pattern situation. You can see you have bearish divergence on volume, as we're going higher, the buys have been lower in volume than over here as we were making these original highs, meaning bearish divergence, okay? If my oscillator over here would pop up, I can show you that we're in near overbought conditions and a little bit of pullback. See, we're over the we're in the basically bullish control zone of the RSI, meaning we can go higher. We have room for higher, but this is when you should logically look for taking profit. This is not where I chase along. Is the point I'm saying? If you miss along and you're trying to buy the long on the dip, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. Have your risk management in place. But if you get caught in a bull trap, what will happen is a quick flush straight down. Okay, and you will be trapped in this zone up here until we push out everyone as we retest this breakout. Okay, all the way back to 32. So if you're not ready for stuff like that, you better, hit hit me up in the DMs, join our members. That way we can all trade together, and days like this, we can come up with a logical plan. All right, because if you're just longing every dip, eventually it's gonna turn out being wrong. And then, yes, we are in a bullish zone, and we can continue up. But if you go one little bit higher time frame, you can see eventually on weekly as well, we will be reaching resistance to the left. And then you can see we're starting to put in a bearish divergence RSI. So after Sunday, you can expect that, hey, we'll be grabbing as high as we want until Sunday, which my goal is 41, 41 and a half. And if we can get there, great. If not, and we start rolling over, next week, this bearish divergence will be true, and it will be putting in a wick high, and you will be seeing that huge flush down until support is tapped. And maybe that's like 32. I mean, depending on how high we go, I would consider 34,000-ish support moving forward. If we test into 32.5, it's a buying opportunity. Anything under 32 is a risk until all the way down to the monthly levels at like 26. So just be aware of that moving forward. All right, let's go to ETH, and I'll start off on a weekly because there's no reason to look at lower time frames. When you're moving fast in markets, I always go higher in time frame because then you can see a bigger picture as to what the heck is going on. If you're staring at lower time frames, you don't even see what's going on on the left side as like, hey, are we coming into resistance or not, blah, blah, blah. I have this very, very clean chart just so I can look at on a weekly, hey, on ETH, we are coming into previous highs. These are lower highs. This is the third lower high. You're coming into the top of the Bollinger Band. Possible bearish divergence, okay? If we set this weekly close here, you will be setting 3 drives of bearish divergence on ETH. So this can be, not the greatest situation, but it looks healthy for longs due to the higher lows. But this is where a pivot can come in. So this is where you have to manage your risk. If you're taking a long, fantastic for you. Make sure you have a stop loss underneath. I have 1780 marked. We could go to a daily after I do my spiel. And then if you're long, you should take profits basically at the last break of structure over here at the wicks at 2000. And then a little bit higher, maybe 2150 to 2200. You should take some profit for sure. And then keep the rest running for 2800, which is a logical reason, a logical level to shoot for. Okay, this is not hocus pocus, blah, 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 blah. If you measure this impulse here, this one-to-one extension, this is a bull flag that we just made. Okay, you could draw a triangle, bull flag. And I'm looking for the same one-to-one extension from here all the way into this level. That's when you'll look for shorts because you'll probably put in this head and shoulder distribution formation here. And the main thing, what I'm trying to get at is don't think it's just going to be like one candle. You better be looking for a consolidation and levels so that way you can confirm, yes, upside is here. If the weekly closes above this high over here at, let's say, 2200, if you close weekly above 2200, which is very, very logical, you would be putting this inverse head and shoulder formation up here. Okay, even if you have a pullback here on a weekly, as long as you're above 1780, you would be setting up a potential inverse head and shoulder here. This head and shoulder was a fake out. That's why you got this arm going up to the sky. It's trying to take all the liquidity of all the people who are shorting right above this 2150. So all the stakers are not letting go of their ETH, they're holding, and then people who have additionally added to their ETH stake, that's why we've made, or not ETH stake, but their ETH holdings, because you've defended this order block. We never even got to retest this wick. You got even a higher low on this wick. This is a higher low on the body. So you're not even getting that volatility to those levels. There's people stepping up institutionally, retail, whatever you want to call it. They're defending these lows and looking for higher. So the pressure is on all the shorts to either get the fuck out of your short, flip long, or have your stop loss come into your level hit. And when your stop loss hits at these levels, when you are either market shorting or having a stop loss close your short, you're market buying. And that's what causes that parabolic pop-offs because the liquidity is basically thin. So you get those levels that just get buttered. Now I'm going to quickly show you what I show members and trading wise on my ETH chart. This is what we do when we make a plan. There you go. And I'm going to put it away so you can pause the video or whatever. But this is what we're looking for. We're looking for this 2000 to 2276 level. And then this is the one-to-one extension of the whole consolidation, which is coming about 27 to 2900. This is the day I started my YouTube channel, hence why you're getting this video. And yeah, since then we've been waiting for this long, not that long, and now we're going to be looking for this short over here. And that's just from golden pocket to golden pocket. And that's basically what I do for every asset. I mean, you go to Solana, you go to all the charts that I have. If you want a chart, hit me up in the DMs or leave a comment in the YouTube video below, and I will try to get you the chart of whatever you want. And yeah, aside from that, guys, leave a like, subscribe, press the bell button for notifications so you get the next video when I drop it, when I feel like it, or unless when you request it, or if the market does something that I feel like I need to, you know, just let everyone know so the stupid YouTubers like just throwing you FOMO like buy now, you don't get caught with that kind of retarded shit. I just don't want to see people lose money. So yeah, if you're gonna just throw money around on dumb shit, feel free to join members. It's $20 a month, and yeah, the